Jessica Rocha was a troubled teen, and like many of her peers, her high school years were a wild ride of drugs, skipping classes, lying, and promiscuity. Her GPA was .75 and dropping. She was fitting in, but failing out, in school and in life. And she and everyone around her knew it. Jessica reached out to Father Joseph Elder for help, and he said yes.
While I was a freshman, I got into really bad things, hung out with the really wrong people. I, fell into drugs, and I struggled a lot with purity. My mom called, and my mom spoke to Father Joseph, who's the Capuchin, and she told him the situation I was in. Father Joseph looked at me, and he told me, and he said, she already knows, why don't you just confess to her, everything that you've done, and just come clean. And so I did. I told my mom all the things that I have done. And that's when she looked down and just kind of walked away from me. And I'm sorry, she walked away, and then Father Joseph sat with me and he explained to me. And I was just crying and crying because I didn't know what else to do. And, at that moment I felt like everything was falling apart just because, I was a teenager too. I was just, so confused. Father Joseph told me, you want to go to confession? And I said, I've never been to confession in my whole life. And he was like, it's okay, I'll guide you through it. And so he did. And so it took me about a little bit just for me to just, take it out, because I was just like, how do I say this is so embarrassing kind of a thing. And so I finally spoke, and I told him, the things that I've done. And at that moment, how they do the absolution, I've never experienced that in my whole life. So, he put his hand over me and over my head, and he did the absolution. And at the moment, I felt this incredible peace, and I felt like God used him. He was there at the right moment, at the right time. There is times where I just want to give up, where I just want to say, this isn't for me. I've come a long way. I think this is enough. But it's not, because every time I feel that way, I come to Father Joseph, and he reminds me, God did so many great things in your life, and it's like, don't give up now. And I feel like God, used him a lot, used him as an instrument to help me to understand, the mercy and the love, because he showed me that. And I feel like it's all because Father Joseph said yes.
Today at 19, Jessica is the one saying yes. Yes to committing to her renewed faith in God. Yes to becoming assistant youth minister at Annunciation. Yes to helping at-risk youth in her community. Yes to college. Yes to facing life's ups and downs with honesty and faith.